in knife fighting, I don't know if there's belts or ranks or years of experience, but you can kill somebody very quickly with a knife. Can you explain to us why and how does this even come to be?
Yeah. So, so I started I did karate, started wrestling because I was like, I saw folk style wrestling, right? And I was like, this is obviously a martial art.
Right.
Like it's objectively a martial art, and it's an incredible one. And I can learn it just like as an after school sport, like sign me up. Right. And then I got to college and I was kind of like dicking around. I was like, there's like a judo club and there's like a taekwondo club. And I was like, I like fighting. I like martial arts. I like being tested. I like knowing if I lose, it's because you're better than me. Like there's no one to blame. But me. Oh, well, you're boxing and he's so much taller than you. Yeah, he is.
Right.
He still punched you in the face more than you punched him in the face. Like lose, right? And I couldn't really find anything that like suited me. And then like, I don't know if you remember when like, this was like right after Iraq popped off, like all the movies became like The Bourne Identity and like Taken and stuff like that. And I was like, what is that? And that was all like Filipino martial arts. A lot of it was based in Filipino martial arts. So I started looking into what Filipino martial arts were, and they're called, some of them, I was like, they're called Kali or they're called Eskrima. What is this about? Right. And I found a school in Austin, Texas that taught Filipino martial arts. And it wasn't like a Krav Maga school where they also taught it. Like it was like a Filipino martial arts school. I was like, cool, I'll go check it out. Surprisingly, one of, if not the best instructor in this branch of Filipino martial arts called Pakiti Tersha Kali. Excuse me.
Is Kali like the knife or the name of the family?
Yeah, you can think of Kali as like the family name. Okay. Like you would say karate.
Yeah.
And maybe there's like Shotokan and Kempo, right?
Got it. So like in jiu-jitsu, this would be like the Gracie Barra family.
Something like Kali, that. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So this guy teaches Pakiti Tersha Kali, and I have no idea what that means. And he's also a guru in an Indonesian martial art called Silat. And I have no idea what that means, but it looks dope, and I was like, oh, let me go see if this guy's legit. And turns out he's like the foremost instructor on the planet outside of like the Philippines. Like he's a grandmaster. And he was like 33 at the time. And his name is Leslie. And he had spent he graduated from UT, and then he just like worked as a waiter and would like save a bunch of money and then like travel to the Philippines and like live there for like 3 months with like the linear grandmaster of the system, train like 10 hours a day, then fly home, make a bunch more money. And then he would like fly to Indonesia. Like he like lived with cannibals like an Indonesian island. And he's this like white bread, like guy. Right. And I was named Leslie. Right. With like sort of questionably short khaki shorts when I met him. And I was like, this guy's like super preppy. I was like, but he's also like Indiana Jones, right?
Right.
This dude's awesome. He's like super well behaved. He's from Georgia, so he's got like excellent manners and his like shirt's tucked in, And I was like, wow, like look at this guy. And I started training with him. And if you've ever done martial arts, like for any period of time, you know what a master looks like, right? Like if you've only done jiu-jitsu, but you went to a karate class and your partner was Lyoto Machida, you would know immediately, like, this is obviously someone who's the best at the best. Like you can just see the movements and the fluidity and the mastery. But he was also this excellent instructor. And I was like, I'm hooked. I'm in. So started training like every day he offered classes, and, then I actually coached CrossFit at his martial arts academy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Dear friend, love him to death.
So explain Kali. It's like, it's with a knife, right? Or with sticks?
Yeah.
Or...
So the way that, and I won't speak for other systems, because like with all martial arts, there's so much internecine conflict, but the way that we do it is, there are some things to understand. The first thing is like, the rattan stick is absolutely a stick that you can use to hit someone in the head with, right? Like it's definitely a weapon.
It's like a billy club, right?
It's a piece of like rattan, and it's about the length of your arm plus or minus, right?
Okay.
But real quickly you realize like, oh, if I can do like these 2 strikes with this stick, I can do them with a T-ball bat. I can also do them with a machete, a pipe, or a knife. Like if I have a knife kind of like in stabbing grip, you can slash with it. Or if it's in sort of like an ice pick grip, those same strikes that you learn to like strike with a stick, those are the mechanics that you need to use any other weapon, essentially. So the way Kali works is, everything you do should have, everything you train in should have the most effect possible, right? Like if you're a 14-year-old boy and we've got to go to war tomorrow, what I teach you right now should work with a weapon. And if it doesn't work with a weapon, we're not going to teach it because it's going to get you killed, right? So I loved the mentality of like efficiency. Like there's no artifice to the system. And also like if you're training with someone and you're sparring and like they hit you in the hand, even with the rattan stick, oh, it hurts. You lost. It's over. Because if that were a machete, I just cut off 4 of your fingers.
Yeah.
Like that's the end. There's no like kind of covering up and eating punches in a knife fight. Right.
Right.
Like it's either the Leslie used to say, and I don't know if this is him that said it, but there's no ties in a knife fight. Like there's no, oh, he punched me more than I punched him, so he won this round. One or both of you is dead, right? So if you're not perfectly accurate, it's like fencing. If you're not perfectly accurate, you lost.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no draw in fencing. There's no draw in fencing. That's exactly right. You won, you hit him, and he hit you. You both died.
Hey, this quick interruption is brought to you by me, Scott Groves, the host of the On the Edge podcast. This podcast is brought to you by me. I'm a loan officer who can help you with a mortgage in all 50 states across the United States. I also coach loan officers. So if you are a home buyer who's looking to get a mortgage, if you're a realtor who's looking to partner with an awesome loan officer, or if you're a loan officer looking for coaching, get in touch with me. It's those sources of revenue that allow us to produce this podcast and get out a new episode to you every week for the last couple of years. So if you're looking for a mortgage, if you're looking for a mortgage lender to partner with, or you're looking for a mortgage coach, I'm your guy. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.